My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. I do not worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not energy harvest off innocent people's energy. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not steal anyone's identity, let alone their destiny. And I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Sometimes in life we don't understand why things happen. In the split of a second, you asking for help. Asking for the people that you're supposed to depend on, 9, 9, 10, to come help you, rescue you. At the end of the day, that's what they said service is supposed to be truly for. Protect and serve, only to realize that, wow, what a vision. You know how many untold stories go untold every single day? Until this one story gets exposed? How God works in mysterious ways? It's a thought process to me. Judgment Day is here. Have you not been paying attention? It really be the thought process to me. My content is not for everyone. But this type of stuff happens every single day. An innocent person lose their lives in the hands of someone that wants to play victim, play mind games, manipulation, narcissist behavior every single day. When you least expect it, that's how they approach a job scene at the end of the day when they clock in, because they don't want to do their job, only to realize they are their own worst enemy. It really be the thought process to me. My content is not for everybody. And it's so sad and disturbing to see that within certain communities, it became the norm of the norm to become your own worst enemy, while the enemy sits back and watches you destroy yourself, so they feel like, you know, I can attack. Because nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to believe you. I'm going to manipulate you. I'm going to humiliate you. I'm going to lie on you. But God works in mysterious ways when you least expect it. Because God had enough. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. And it's sad and disturbing to see that the people that you want to put in a chair of power, that they're against your community. They're not even for you, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, or your disability, or your age. And I say that respectfully. I thought when you bring these type of people into your community, they're supposed to be here to protect and serve, not go against you or put you in a mindset to psych you out your thought process, fit in your pockets or your eyesight, because they ain't got good intentions. Someone gets up every single day to love themselves, to find themselves, to better themselves, to heal trauma and pains that was endured within them, to become their best self vision of themselves. They ask for help at the end of the day, only to realize, oh, help ain't good help, and they fall short when they come up, dang. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. Because you got a good cop, bad cop, don't know which one to trust. It really be the thought process to me. And they quick to say that you got pain, only to realize what a vision. You know what you've been through that day when someone was having malicious intentions towards you that day. They disrespected you, low key. They was wearing a mask of gaslight innocent people to play victim at the end of the day when it came to you being a victim. And know you was looking for an even exchange of help. And they shortchanged you to manipulate your character, said that you wasn't worthy of someone showing up for you in a healthy way. It really be the thought process for me. How within the community, right? You go against each other about the littlest, pettiest stuff. And there's real stuff going on. And you trying to protect yourself and your family, so you say. It really be the thought process for me. Until it's your household, then you will understand what judgment looks like up close in person. Because that's all you're going to be screaming. Justice, justice, justice and peace. Justice, justice, I need justice and peace. It really be the thought process for me. That this type of stuff happens every single day. My content is not for everybody. But it really be the thought process for me. Someone says, oh, well, it's not my household. I don't care what's going on. It's not my situation. I don't care what's going on until it's your situation. Until it's your situation, it becomes irrelevant at the end of the day. Now you want someone to have sympathy for you when it come to your pain. When you were just a victim. It really be the thought process to me. It don't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, or your disability. Where's the protection in the communities? It don't matter what your upbringing was, and I say that respectfully. You got individuals fighting about who need to be in a certain position when it comes to being a president, who needs to hold certain powers at the end of the day. But nothing has changed for a very long time. Because when you do your job, you show up for your job every single day to make sure your community is okay. And I say that respectfully, regardless to what your upbringing is, your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, or your disability, when it comes to whatever pain that's being presented towards you, when it comes to your community. And I say that respectfully, because not everybody's dysfunctional, and I say that respectfully. It really be the thought process to me. How they don't see your worth, they try to destroy your character, they want you to become your own worst enemy. Why they watch you destroy your character? This type of stuff happens every single day. It don't matter how much money you got, and I say that respectfully. Being a gangster ain't real, and I say that respectfully. Being a bully, it ain't real, and I say that respectfully. Because ain't nothing real about you at the end of the day when you bringing harm and pain towards innocent people to play victim at the end of the day. What happened to your priorities? You screaming you so real, bothering innocent people than to play victim. It's a thought process to me. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Wow. Why would you want to wait until someone gets elected to be in a chair and then for you to reevaluate your thought process and say to yourself, is dang, we were psyched out our thought process with someone with malicious intentions. Now we regrouping at the end of the day. They psyched us out our last thought process when it came to 4 years ago. Only to realize they only shortchanged us when it came to comments. And at the end of the day, they ain't mean what they say when they had good intentions because they never actually exposed it. They never told you what they was going to do when it came to a real plan. Every single day, every step of the way, because it takes a village to raise a child when it comes to a community, right? So that means you got to show up for that child every single day in a healthy way. So what do you think, how does it affect a community regardless of how big of a society it is? You need that president or whoever's enrolled in that position to show up every single day to fix the community, not just say what they say and at the end of the day, give you a little stimulus checks at the end of the day and only for you to realize, dang, that wasn't enough. Because that $1,200 at the end of the day is not going to help you every single day of the way. It's not. You ain't getting a check every single day to help your family. All money, not good money, and I say that respectfully. Just because you come from an environment from being low vibrational, or you come from an environment from no love or lack of respect or lack of kindness or lack of, you know what, wow, I want to respect myself today to respect my neighbor. We all deserve to be in an environment where people truly care about us, not to go against us. And I say that respectfully because all money ain't good money. And I say that respectfully because when you want somebody to stand up for you and show you that you are worthy, you want them to step in office and show up for themselves every single day, not half stepping. And I say that respectfully, just like you show up for your 9-to-5 job. And I say this respectfully. Oh, you don't want to go there today, right? You feel uncomfortable. I don't want to get out of bed, but you still got to do your job to be able to provide for you and your family. So why would you want somebody? You would want somebody to do that for your community, to provide for your community every single day in a healthy way, regardless if it's a president or not, regardless if it's Democrat or not, regardless if it's Republican or not. Make it make sense, common sense. At the end of the day, they allowed you to believe, become your own worst enemy. At the end of the day, that pain was the norm and it wasn't, while the enemy sits back and watch you destroy your character. It really be the thought process to me. It really do. So that person is real because they gave you $1,200? They real? Really? What have they done for your community every single day in a healthy way? It's 365 days out of the year. Have they shown up every single day Have you been at peace with yourself, knowing at the end of the day, I can go into my environment and be at peace without wearing a mask, or be at peace knowing that the violence is safe, to know at the end of the day it's not self-destruction out here. It's a thought process for me. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. But it's a thought process to me. Everybody quick to say, real recognize real. Everybody's so quick to say, I'm real, I'm real. Shut up. Because at the end of the day, and I say this respectfully, a person could throw money in your face and you become so humble. But then what happened to all those other humble days where you need somebody to step in and be the voice of a leader in your life? And I say that respectfully, to represent your community in the most healthiest way. It really be the thought process to me. Because it takes a leader to show up every single day, 365 days, not half-stepping. And I spent a lot of half-stepping over the last couple of years, years after years after years after years, regardless who's been elected, who's been re-elected, or not at the end of the day. Because everybody don't mean what they say or say what they mean. And I say it respectfully, regardless if it's a male or female. You should not want somebody to walk into your life and say they're going to help your community and manipulate you. You should not want somebody in your life that comes into your community and lies to you. Because what you're expecting is for them to mean what they say and say what they mean, to show up for your community, to show up for your family, to show up for you, regardless if you're dealing with mental health or not. Nobody should be judged. No, neighbor. You have an alcoholism problem. You have a drug abuse problem. Your leader's supposed to be able to show up every single day. May not be how you want it, but somebody should be able to show up and do their job and mean what they say without bringing harm and pain to you, or let alone lie to you or get you incarcerated at the end of the day because they got malicious intentions. It's the type of stuff that happens every single day in society. Why would you want to have somebody be elected or re-elected and they just trying to lock everybody up? Make it make sense. Like, that could be your child that's walking to the store and they're being locked up and incarcerated because of the fact that they knew how to mind their business, and someone didn't like the fact that someone knew how to hold their character together and have self-respect for themselves. You providing a household, you providing for a child and a household, a loving household, and they're labeling you dysfunctional, but you're raising your child the proper way, regardless of how society shows up at the end of the day to throw in your face that you're not a good parent. But you love your child. You show up for your child every single day, and you send your child to the store, regardless of their culture, their religion, their sexual orientation, or their disability, or their age, and they're being discriminated against, and that's a baby. And nobody's there to defend that baby. Everybody's just doing is pulling the phone out like it's the norm. Ain't nothing the norm about that. That's a baby being harassed. And what happens is that being that baby is being harassed, someone just gave the okay and the approval to harass you and your family. Is that normal? That's not normal. This type of stuff happens every single day. It does. And it's so unhealthy. It really is. Being a thug ain't real. And I say that respectfully, and especially when you're not protecting your own community. You're hurting your own people. It really be the thought process me. Because when you hurt your own people, the enemy looks at you like, okay, well, this is the norm of the behavior, so let's do it to them too. They don't care about their own people. That's hurt them too. Ain't nothing cute about it, attractive about it, or funny about it at all. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But justice needs to be served for untold stories of people being psyched out their freedom. Or even people at the end of the day whose cases are still sitting on someone's table. And they know who did it. It's a thought process to me. Why should your story be untold in the hands of someone that became your enemy within 60 seconds because of the fact that they didn't know how to have self-control? They didn't know how to mentally go within and be mentally stable. They showed up for a job, but they didn't have the qualifications for that job. They didn't. Because if they had the qualifications for that job, they will protect and serve like it's supposed to. It's called protect and serve. What happened to the protection part? It says protect community. That's what I lost. I'm so lost. It says protect community. What happened to the community part? Not pick and choose who you want to help at the end of the day. An innocent person calls for help. This type of stuff happens every single day. An innocent person calls for help. And they're being psyched at their own freedom. Why should it have to wait until it's your household or your loved one's household or someone that you care about household for this to be, I need justice today. Things need to change. Why? Why should it have to wait till something is physically seen in front of you for you to say this is not cool? This is so unhealthy. Like it became the norm to become your worst enemy while the enemy watches you destroy yourself. It's like all these diagnoses became the norm. Dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD, you put a name in your book. It became the norm of a handmade drug so you could be on a substance while the enemy watches you watch you destroy yourself. And then they're quick to label you crazy. You crazy. You got anxiety problems. Something is wrong with you. In this whole entire time, you just knew how to respect somebody. Someone was talking to you, regardless if they was being aggressive or not. You still knew how to approach that conversation. When someone had authority, you still knew how to communicate and be respectful to your elder. But they went against you to lie on you. It doesn't matter who you are, and I say that respectfully, because this type of stuff happens every single day, and it's sad and disturbing to see that someone that's supposed to come out to your household or somebody that's supposed to come out to a scene and is supposed to assist and help the community and respect the community came out only to manipulate you and harm you. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody, but this is unhealthy. It really is. It's so unhealthy. You should never be manipulated to somebody being a leader in your community. And I say that respectfully because the norm became, okay, I'm going to manipulate them and they're going to believe what we say, and we just take care of them when we feel like it and walk away. Going on vacations, doing this, doing that, doing all these unnecessary stuff. Instead of actually putting the footwork in for actual, you want my vote? Let's mean what we say and say what we mean. Not gaslight the innocent people to play victim at the end of the day and to be stuck with somebody. You know how people felt when a certain particular person got in a chair? How destroyed everybody was at one time? And majority of the people that sat back and watched this self-destruction happen, they didn't even vote because they knew what was about to happen. They knew that the prices was about to go up. They knew that something was off. They knew that manipulation was going to be there because at the end of the day, a $1,200 check twice out of that 1 year or once out of that 1 year, what is that? That's not consistency. That's not telling me you care about me. That's telling me at the end of the day, it was a situation going on within our communities and someone needed that money and y'all didn't even want to give that money up actually. Y'all really didn't want to give that money up. Y'all didn't. Y'all didn't care about the people. Because if you cared about the people, you'll be in your communities with the right people. You'll be in the communities, uplifting the community instead of the community being so destroyed. If y'all was truly for the community, and I say this respectfully, it wouldn't be depression. It wouldn't be people dealing with PTSD, anxiety. It wouldn't be people losing jobs right to left, losing their children right to left, especially a household that's actually uplifting and respectful. Children being taken out of their household every single day by the hands at the end of the enemy because of the fact that you have a mind game going on that you don't want to talk about. Let's talk about it. It's a thought process to me. A mother who takes care of her child, regardless of her culture, her religion, her sexual orientation, or her disability, or her age. She provides for her child. Regardless if it's a single family home or not, she provides for her children. She provides for herself. And you go into her household to destroy her household, destroy her character, to take that baby out of a household where they're being loved, to put them in a household for self-destruction. It's a thought process to me. This type of stuff happens every single day. Every single day. Children are being taken out of households, of loving households, instead of you going after the households that's being abandoned. It's the thought process to me. It's so mentally unstable how you say that you're so for the community, but you're against it. It's a thought process to me. Let's talk about it. It really be the thought process to me. Everybody's so real though. Everybody beefing amongst each other. Pointless conversations when you're supposed to be uplifting each other, respecting each other. All attention ain't good attention. And I say that respectfully. I would never think I'm better than the next person. I'm only doing a good God's job, and I say that respectfully. I do not worship the devil. I do not energy harvest of innocent people's energy, and I do not steal anyone's identity, let alone their destiny. You know how many single parents are in households right now behind behind the mindset of someone not having self-control? Because someone wanted to go outside and do what they wanted to do and psych somebody out of their freedom and the life of their children at the end of the day. Now someone has to pick pieces up. Now they have to wear these big drawers at the end of the day to fulfill two people how to fulfill a two-parent household now. You know the pain that's being put on that person? But everybody wants to run around and say they so real. I'm a gangster. I'm real. How you real? And you bringing harm and pain into your community. Out here shooting air, hitting an innocent person until it's somebody's baby. It really be the thought process to me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But this is so unhealthy. It really is. Self-awareness is very important, and I say that respectfully. Self-control is very important, and I say that respectfully. You may not agree to what I'm saying to you, and that's okay. But manipulation to help innocent people, that was never part of God's plan. Never. Because God shows up every single day. The good God, the leader, shows up every single day, works miracles in people's lives every single day. Not to self-destruct, but to uplift, so someone can recognize their faith, so someone can recognize they are worthy, they are loved. It's a thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone. People out here doing spell work in a toxic way. And you act like God don't see you. We live in a spiritual world. You call judgment on yourself when you dish out spell work in a toxic way. Do you not know that? Do you not know that? And especially when you bother an innocent person. It's a thought process. I mean, you're going to reap what you sow. It may not, your karma may not be dished out right there and there, but you're going to reap what you sow. You sat there, want to play somebody close, psych them out their thought process, they free in their pockets of their eyesight, lie on their name, make someone mentally unstable, and only to realize, dang, you was the only one playing games. And God saw what you was doing. Like I said, my content is not for everyone. It's not. But being a real leader is not manipulation. Being a real leader is not bringing harm to us innocent people. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. Being a leader is not manipulation. It's a thought process to me. Someone gets into office. They say all these little things that they're going to do. My thing is, you saying these things that you're going to do, but nobody ever put the footwork to actually help the community. It's a thought process to me. Because if you was willing to help the community, it wouldn't be depression. It wouldn't be broken homes. It wouldn't be domestic violence disputes. People would truly be at peace with themselves. Children would not be getting taken out of their households. Sex trafficking would not be going on. It'll be a whole lot of stuff that would not be going on. Because why? A real leader protects and serves. That's a real leader. It's a thought process to me. And God is not manipulation. We may not pray the same, but I know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, with no malicious intentions. I'm far from a hater, and I'm far from a copycat. And I say that respectfully. But I know how to respect my neighbor. It's a thought process to me. We are all not the same when it comes to respect. Regardless if you had a broken household, you didn't have your moms and your pops. That guardian didn't know how to love you, let alone respect you. That unhealthy relationship. It's individuals who've been lied on, manipulated, disrespected. And they didn't project negative energy into the universe. They knew how to respect somebody and have self-control. It's the thought process for me. God works in mysterious ways. Protect your energy. Energy harvesting is real. Demonic spirits are real. Shape-shifting is real. It's a thought process to me. Protect your energy. Regardless if you're in a relationship or not. And by me saying that, I don't think I'm better than anybody. But everybody's not protected the way they think they're protected at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. But God don't play about his children. Leave innocent people alone. Enough is enough. Why should it have to take for someone else to lose their life? For someone to say, you know what? Enough is enough. Why should it have to wait until it's your household, your loved one's household, let alone your story, for you to say that things need to change? Instead of going back and forth arguing with somebody at the end of the day, it's about something so pointless when you can make a change to reality. It's a thought process to me because everybody voice matters, especially when you don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. And I say that respectfully. We are all not the same. God is not manipulation, and the good God that I worship is not for sale. It's a thought process to me. God is not for sale. And I say that respectfully. God is not for sale. It really be the thought process to me. It shouldn't have to wait till your baby's in the ER and you reevaluating your life, sitting there by yourself, asking for guidance, asking for the proper justice to get help, and your story's being untold because everybody's overlooking you. They got better stuff to do. It don't matter how much money that you get for, it doesn't matter how much money you get to get money for a lawyer or not. Because when you get into that courthouse and you don't got the right people in front of you to guide you to get the proper justice, or let alone are you able to catch the person, your story just went untold again. Another story went untold. People be raising money to get lawyers and only to realize, dang, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. What happened to the protection in the community? What happened to the respect in the community? It's like, dang, you know what happens in society today? And it's so sad and disgusting to see, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, or your disability. A crime happens. It could be so small. This is what people do. They look the other way. until it's their situation. And they want somebody to show up for them. How you want somebody to show up for you, but you couldn't show up for your neighbor? How you want somebody to help you get justice for somebody at the end of the day, and you couldn't show up for your neighbor? But then, you got people who are not like that. You turned your back on me, but I got your back. See, we all not the same. It's a thought process for me. A lot of untold stories have been untold. And it's sad and disturbing to see that a mother and a father can lose their baby today or tomorrow, God forbid, in the hands of someone who doesn't have self-control. Or someone who doesn't have, someone who has someone who has lack of common sense to respect their neighbor, to stay in their lane. This type of stuff happens every single day, and it's sad. For a mother and father to be going somewhere to identify their baby, to be for the results to be that, hey, the person that took your child out in this existence of this time frame of this reality we live in today, we don't know where they at. We can't find them. And the community not gonna help us. And the community knows where this person is at. Why should it have to wait until it's you? Why should it have to wait until it's you? You want answers. It's a thought process to me, how this became the norm. But everybody's so real. Everybody's so real. Everybody's so gangster. Oh, I'm not saying nothing. I ain't got. That's not my business. I'm about my business about that. It ain't happened to me, so I don't care. It's the type of conversation that happens every single day until it's someone else's household. Just like the other day, someone was just unalived, right? Not only was they just unalived, but they were a well taken care of person. They were a respectful person. And someone didn't know how to shoot. Someone just shot air. How you sin amongst people at the end of the day that you call your family and your friends, and nobody's getting justice for you because nobody knows how to get justice. Because it's never happened to anybody before. It's a thought process, me. I thought we were supposed to be able to go to our community and ask for the help. But it's being just another untold story with paperwork on someone's desk. It's a thought process to me. This type of stuff happens every single day, and it's so unhealthy. Not just justice for one person, justice for all the innocent people that didn't have to play victim. They knew how to respect somebody when an altercation occurred with them or something just happened within a second, and it's like, wow. Everybody's looking like, wow. Why? This is a good student. This is somebody's mother. This is somebody's father. This is somebody's child. This is somebody's friend. This is somebody's loved one. Like, why? It's a thought process to me. This is not healthy at all. Because in situations like this, your leader, you should be able to have access to them in a healthy way. Like, hey, how do we fix this? How do we resolve this? Don't just come here for the cameras. Don't just come here because of the fact that you want people to like you. And you're not even for the people. You want a leader that's for your people. And I say that respectfully. You want a leader that's going to mean what they say and stand on business every single day once they get in office. And I say that respectfully. Yeah, they're only one person. But a leader, a real leader, is going to show up with no excuses or hesitation. And I say that respectfully. A real leader. Something that you're not used to. Somebody being real. Just like them friends you thought that was friends, and they was fake. Or just like them family members that you thought was for you, and they was fake, they was against you. It became the norm to deal with low vibrational people or deal with toxic people, ignorant people. It became the norm, and it's not the norm. It's the thought process to me. Your life matters. It does. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. But always protect your energy. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. This is sad. It's not just sad, it's just disgusting. It is. It's disgusting. Because now another life is lost due to the hands of somebody not having self-control. And this type of stuff happens every single day. You need a real leader. Not someone with malicious intentions. Someone that ain't got to wear a mask to gaslight you do at the end of the day. Oh, somebody doing a few little dances or whatever case may be. Oh, yeah, they for us. No, they're not. You think somebody's for you because they gave you a stimulus check? You think somebody's for you because they got somebody out of jail? What? That's supposed to win somebody's views. That's supposed to win somebody's vote. That's manipulation. It's a thought process to me. That's nothing but manipulation. It is, because you know how many innocent people that have felonies, that can't vote, that's sitting behind a jail cell right now, that have a felony near their name, and they're innocent? They're innocent. Because somebody has money at the end of the day, someone gets privilege. But what happened to everybody else? What happened to all the innocent people? The real innocent people? Because at the end of the day, when it came to your case, you wasn't innocent. It really be the thought process, man. I'm far from a hater, but this type of stuff happens every single day. How someone gets acquitted and they pay $1 to get out of that situation, because you had to pay some money to get out that situation. It wasn't just that person just got you out that situation. No, you paid a toll. But the next person can't pay that fare. They can't. So now they gotta get left behind. And they're innocent. It's innocent people that has felonies every single day that are innocent people. Somebody's mother, somebody's father, someone's loved one that are innocent. And you mean to tell me because someone wants to get a vote at the end of the day, what happened to the real innocent people? Not the person that has to manipulate innocent people and lie and say that they're incarcerated and they're not incarcerated. It really be the thought process to me. Or why is it the norm when it comes to certain situations when trying to help a community, right? And I say this respectfully. Y'all try to fix the community up, supposedly. How you strip the roads and leave the road as is, and it was never fixed? Now you causing more accidents at the end of the day. All because it's election time. It's the thought process to me. All because it's election time. Every time it's election time, this is when y'all want to get fancy. And I say this respectfully because I'm not scared of anybody. Every time it's election time, this is the only time y'all want to feel like y'all want to come to the community and show up for the community and respect the community. What happened to 365 days and putting that same work in the community? It's certain things that need to be fixed every single day within the community. It's the thought process to me. And I said what I said. Because this type of stuff happens every single day. Regardless of how much money you have. These people that have high status when it comes to having money in their pocket, and I'm far from jealous, and I say that respectfully, and I'm far from a hater, and I say that respectfully, but it's a thought process, me. How a person that feels they got money, they're able to get out of a situation being incarcerated quick and fast. But what happens to the innocent person at the end of the day? Why doesn't that same operation happen for the innocent person? It really be the thought process, me. And then the first thing they want to say, oh, we haters. Who's a hater? Oh, y'all got money, so y'all think I could down talk innocent people? How dare you? That's mad disrespectful. Mad disrespectful at the thing. You call yourself real? The same way you got that money, the same way it get taken away from you. And I say that respectfully. Because the good God sees everything. And I say that respectfully. You swear you so godly, you so godly, right? The good God don't move like that. Kicking a neighbor down because you got money. You trying to humiliate somebody because you got money, but you can't even be real. I'd rather be real all day long than to have money in my pocket. And I say that respectfully. I'd rather have self-respect for myself than to have money to be flashing it all over the world at the end of the day when you have people out here that need a roof over their head, that need food on their table at the end of the day. It's a thought process to me. How people carry themselves in an unhealthy way and think they so real. Ain't nothing real about you. You ain't even got common sense to understand and self-reflect. It really be the thought process to me. Think you big and bad because you got a couple of dollars? And it's the thought process to me. Who raised you? But this type of stuff happens every single day. And it became the norm, and it's not the norm. I'm far from a hater, and I say that respectfully. I ain't gotta wear a mask to be real. It's the thought process for me. I said what I said. But leave innocent people alone. I say that respectfully. Leave innocent people alone. Society is so backwards in an unhealthy way. It is. A few months back, I said to certain individuals that were watching my content to protect their energy at all times. Because when you think it's not even about being in a relationship with somebody or anything like that or dealing with family or not, when you think you know somebody, you don't. Always protect your energy. We live in a spiritual world. And it's so unhealthy if you don't have self-awareness. People will attack you when you least expect it. You gotta understand, have the eye open. You gotta make sure your eyes open at all times and be aware of your surroundings. Because someone will sit there and try to manipulate you and psych your thought process, your feeling, your pockets, and your eyesight. And the whole entire time, they don't want to see you prosper. They don't want to see you elevate. They don't want to see you become your best self vision of yourself. They want you to actually shut up. And especially when you're doing good for yourself. It's a thought process to me. Or you're just trying to heal trauma and pain that was installed within you. And you wasn't allowing yourself to become victim while the enemy watches you. All the enemy wants you to do is destroy yourself and destroy your neighbor. But that's not how God created us to be. And I say that respectfully. I do not worship the devil, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. It's not. It's not. But respect is a two-way street, and I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And especially when you don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or malicious intentions towards your neighbor to project that energy into the universe. And I say that respectfully. Leave innocent people alone with your mind manipulation games at the end of the day. It's a thought process to me. It's nothing cute about violence. It's not. It's nothing cute about self-destruction. It's nothing cute about not having self-confidence within yourself. It's nothing cute about not having self-control. It's nothing cute about it. Because now with the mindset that you're having is you're projecting that on innocent people and thinking everybody's the same when they're not. Just like when someone pokes the bear and trying to antagonize someone's character. They may have antagonized everybody else and got a reaction, but then when they poked this one particular person, they didn't get the reaction that they was expecting. They got the reaction of a wake-up call, leave innocent people alone. It be the thought process for me. God is not manipulation. God is not for sale. It's a thought process to me. You say you for the people, but you against the people because you're allowing this mindset to be the norm. You're allowing this mindset to carry on for so long. You're allowing this mindset to sit there and say to this person there, yeah, y'all real. Y'all real. But this whole entire time, y'all making the community dysfunctional. with weapons, bringing harm towards each other, saying that you're going to hurt somebody, but you saying you catching blessings because someone just gave you a check behind the self-destruction. Huh? Does that make sense? No. All money is not good money. And I say that respectfully. And you can't keep blaming your trauma and your pain on an innocent person. And I say that respectfully because now you have to take accountability for your actions. And I say that respectfully. Not with a motive. Not to say something about their thought process because you think you got control because you got controlling issues. And you trying to make somebody mentally unstable. It's a thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone with your malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Being a gangster, being a thug, it's not, no, you ain't real. Ain't nothing about you real. And especially when you want to bring harm towards an innocent person who knew how to respect their neighbor, or even if they don't even know you, you don't know them. You're battling what you're battling mentally with yourself. And you don't like the fact that someone chooses themselves to better themselves. And you put yourself in secret competition with them only to realize you was the issue when it came to your pain. Dished out your own fair share when it came to your karma, became inexistent. That you got to mentally go within only to see that you got to self-reflect to see that you're mentally unstable. Bothering innocent people. What a view. It's a thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone. It's unhealthy to be a hate in disguise. It was never competition when it comes to healing trauma and pain. And I say that respectfully. Someone has self-respect for themselves. They don't think they're better than anybody. They're not trying to show you the lack of communication when it comes to self-respect. When it comes to, I could respect my neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, but you're dishing out that lack of energy towards your neighbor when they knew how to respect you. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, regardless if they know you or not. And you wanted to put it in the universe to have self-control issues. Because you wanted to control somebody. This is what the enemy does. The enemy wants to control. While the enemy sits back and watches people destroy themselves. Why the enemy ain't got to do much. They don't. Because you're doing it for them. And it's so unhealthy. And this behavior been the unnorm for a very long time because it's not the norm. It's not. It's not the norm to self-destruct. It's not. And especially to self-destruct the community. With weapons and allowing children to believe it's okay to hurt innocent people. To allow innocent children to believe it's okay to put these type of handmade drugs in their body. It's not the norm. It's a thought process to me. While the enemy watches you destroy your community. And while God watches us, say we need to get it together. It's a thought process to me. You know, they say every vote don't count, right? But how can a vote actually count if they trying to leave you out of a vote? And this has been happening for so long. Too many years. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. Manipulation is real. And a true leader is not going to manipulate you. A true leader is not going to put you in a situation where your back is against the wall for self-destruction. And I say that respectfully. A real leader is going to uplift you. A real leader is going to respect you. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. A real leader is not going to be a hater in disguise. A real leader is not going to want to kick you down and destroy your character and lie on you and humiliate you. That's not what a real leader does. A real leader uplifts every single day in the most healthiest way. Allow you to see your own self-reflection before yourself. That you are worthy. With no mind games. And when they're placed in your life, they're on a mission at the end of the day to show you that God isn't existent. God is real. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. God is not for sale. God is not for sale. So be mindful. Listen, check this out. Be mindful when you manipulate God and you're trying to get a dollar off God's name. And I say that respectfully because you're going to practice what you preach. And it's not going to be in a good way. Because God was never for sale. Never, ever. So before you try to make someone mentally unstable, think about self-reflecting. And I say that respectfully. And especially when you're dealing with a child of God, let alone a chosen one, a real chosen one. Everybody is not a chosen one. Please, I wish people stop saying that. Everybody's not a chosen one. They're not. And I say that respectfully. Everybody is not a chosen one. A chosen one does not destroy the universe. A chosen one does not humiliate their neighbor. A chosen one does not kick somebody down. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day with karmic energy. And I say that respectfully. A chosen one does not have to steal someone's identity. A chosen one does not have to get into someone's Akashic records and steal their identity to give it to somebody else or steal it for their own benefits at the end of the day. That's not how a chosen one moves. A chosen one ain't got to manipulate you. A chosen one ain't got to have malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. A real chosen one knows how to respect their neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. With no malicious intentions. They don't have to energy harvest off of you. They don't have to steal your identity. They don't have to steal your destiny. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And they're not projecting dysfunctional behavior into the universe when it comes to having malicious intentions towards themselves or their neighbor. And I say that respectfully. Stop saying you chosen. Because the real chosen ones at the end of the day, they don't got to keep saying it. Back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. Not only just not saying it, but their actions will speak louder than words. And I say that respectfully. Their actions will speak louder than words. A real leader doesn't have to manipulate. A real leader doesn't have to lie. A real leader, real recognized, real energy is different when you know how to self-reflect. It be the thought process to me. A real chosen one at the end of the day shows up for their neighbor. Days when they can't even see for themselves. To pick their neighbor up, to let their neighbor, everything gonna be all right. And I say that respectfully. Not to put poison into the universe. You know, we live in a spiritual world. And just because we may be in 3D right now, whatever you're doing behind closed doors is still being seen. I don't think a lot of you are aware of that. A lot of people are not aware of that. And like I said, my content is not for everybody. It's a 3D spiritual jail. I mean, it's a it's a spiritual jail, and then in 3D is a physical jail. It's two different jails. It's two different court systems. Understand that. So be mindful when dishing out negative energy into the universe, because the good God sees everything. And when the good God doesn't play about his children, that energy is different when it comes to self-reflecting. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone. Stop saying you're somebody that you're truly not. All because you want to fit in. You want to just be called the chosen one. But to be called the chosen one, that footwork sounds a lot different. It does. You don't destroy somebody's character. You don't lie on them. Just to play somebody close because at the end of the day, you benefiting off the next person. When it was supposed to be someone's possession, but God had a different direction for that child of God, that chosen one at the end of the day. Now you're going to understand the vision. Just stay in your lane and leave innocent people alone. How that return back to sender that actually works. When someone ain't got to play with spell work in a toxic way, only to realize they regain back their energy because you was energy harvest at the end of the day. It's a thought process to me. And this is what happens in society today, too. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. But energy harvesting is real. It really is. Energy harvesting is real. You could be such a powerful person, right? You could have individuals around you, and they're draining you. And you're wondering why you're not elevating. You're wondering why you're not elevating. when you're supposed to be so much further in life, and you got vampires sitting around you all day long. You got karmics sitting around you all day long. And their lives is going pretty well, but yours. And you're questioning yourself why. Only the raw at the end of the day, everybody's not for you. And that's okay. Everybody's not meant to be part of your journey. And it's not a crime to self-reflect, to find you, to understand that to heal you within. People will sit there and play you close just to benefit off you, and it's so unhealthy. It really is. But the good God sees everything. I do not worship the devil. When I say that respectfully, I do not worship the devil. And yes, I am a lesbian. And I say that respectfully. And I know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. Always protect your energy. Someone walks into your life and they don't have malicious intentions. And I say this respectfully. Be mindful and wise how you treat innocent people. When you take someone's kindness for weakness, the good God saw what you was doing. And I say that respectfully. Oh, yeah. How could you be so favored? How can God be by your side? You're a lesbian, you're gay. God ain't gonna help you. God ain't gonna do nothing for you. It's not true. Be careful when judging a book by its cover. That handmade book at the end of the day is going to let you psych your own self out your thought process. And I say that respectfully because God works in mysterious ways. And we need justice for innocent people at this point in time. Innocent victims. Before somebody in your household or someone that you love and care become a victim. And I say that respectfully. It's the thought process for me. Never wait until it's your household. Never wait until it's your loved one. And you have to go physically see a view of somebody at the end of the day to identify who they are. And now you screaming, justice, justice, we need justice, 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 we need justice. Nah. It happened to your neighbor in the corner. It could have been prevented before it got to your household. And I say that respectfully. And like I was saying a few weeks ago, what I experienced minding my business, right? Which I thought was so unhealthy. Someone robbed somebody the other day, right? Not only did they rob them, but the whole entire community just sat there and just watched somebody get robbed. A whole community sat there and watched somebody get robbed. It was 2 officers on scene. Okay, they punched him in the face. So what? But my thing is, they punched him in the face one time, right? Only for this fool to play victim. The police officer is telling this fool, walk away. After they hit him, walk away. Get away from us. So now this person is sitting there playing victim, saying, I need to go to the emergency room. After he just committed a crime within the community. While everybody just watched within watching. Why should it have to wait until it's your household to get the proper justice for yourself or someone at the end of the day? When the police is actually telling the person to walk away. Someone just committed a crime. The whole community just sat there and watched it within watching it. And everybody just being quiet. Everybody just saying, I gotta mind my business. But everybody's watching something like it's a show. Everybody got their phone out like it's a show. Like, how did this become the norm? I'm not understanding, how did this become the norm at the end of the day? It's so dysfunctional. Like, make it make sense at the end of the day. Someone just ran in your apartment, God forbid. All of your neighbors was right in front of the building. They saw the person who did it. The person is standing outside the bodega or wherever they at, the laundromat. You put a name to your book. You go outside. You like identifying what the person looked like. Everybody just looking at you. Only one person speaks up and say they right there, clear view. You go to the police to ask the police for help, and they just looking at you, looking at you. They're not trying to do no report. They're not trying to help you or nothing. They're telling you what they're telling you since they're on their post is your block. They're telling you to call 9910 to call it in, fine and dandy. It took them 4 hours to get to your destination, and you had 2 officers already on your block. I'm confused. I'm mad confused. You know this type of stuff happens every single day? Imagine a crime just happened to you, right? God forbid. And you go to the precinct. And because they stereotype discrimination, or whatever the case may be, against you, they tell you to call 9910 in order for them to assist. And you're right outside the precinct because they're not allowing anybody in the precinct. They're allowing everybody else in the precinct but you. Why should it have to wait to these type of situations to get resolved? You shouldn't have to go to your community for them to fix this type of behavior, for them to do that, for them to operate on the same page. It really be the thought process me. Because the last I checked, it says protect community, protect and serve. How you protecting and serving somebody at the end of the day and you're closing the door in their face? It's the thought process, me. This type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it, regardless of what community you live in. It's a whole lot of untold stories, a whole lot. And it's so unhealthy. It shouldn't have to wait until it's your household, your loved one household, someone you care about household. And I say that respectfully. I am far from racist. I'm far from racist. I swear I am. I know how to respect my neighbor. I do. But it doesn't matter what culture you're in. And you'll be so surprised, like, wait, hold on. You would think certain cultures would get the certain privilege, but no, it's just certain things that they show on TV or show on certain platforms. When you least expect it, they doing it to their own kind too. They hurting their own kind. They're not showing up for their own kind on time. They're not showing up for their own kind on time. Their own kind on time. And I say that respectfully. When you least expect it, you think someone's really, truly privileged? Yeah. You'd be so surprised. And I say that respectfully, and it's so unhealthy because a crime is a crime. And you feel like you can't protect yourself, or you feel like the situation is going to get out of hand more than what it's supposed to, you should be able to pick up the phone when you're a tax-paying person and ask for assistance, regardless of your age, your religion, your culture, or your sexual orientation, or your disability. You should be able to pick up the phone and be safe, knowing that the exchange of words, what you just told this person, it shouldn't be happening to repeat yourself multiple times. When they get to the scene, they already know what's going on, and they're here to assist you. Are you safe? Are you okay? What do we need to do moving forward? Instead of someone getting hurt in the process of being psyched out their thought process, they free their pockets, or someone making an assumption, oh, I thought they was gonna bring harm towards me. Oh, I thought this, I thought that, I thought this, I thought that. When you arrive on the scene, the first things that these people ask you, do you have any weapons on you? Your first answer is no. Do you have anything that's gonna bring harm towards me? The first thing is no. It's a thought process, me, regardless if you're being incarcerated or not. And I say this respectfully. It's a thought process for me. How this type of stuff happens every single day, and it's so unhealthy. It's unhealthy that we're not on the same page when it comes to authorities. And we should be on the same page, because why? Last I checked, those same people who're supposed to show up, protect, and serve, they have a family too. They have a mother, a father, a loved one, or a child. But we can't point the finger that everybody's a monster, because they're not. They're not. So we can't go against, because a couple of bad apples didn't know how to protect and serve the community. And I say that respectfully. It be the thought process thing, but it's more sad and disturbing how someone can go to fill out a job application and get the job and just do what they want to do. Just do what they want to do. And have malicious intentions to society. It's a thought process, man. It's so unhealthy. It really is. Like I said, my content is not for everyone, but always protect your energy. And I say that respectfully. Just because you had you came from an abandonment household with lack of love, lack of respect, lack of trust, the unhealthy relationship that they didn't know how to show or respect you. Not everybody is the same when it comes to having self-control. Not everybody is the same when it comes to having self-respect for themselves. Not everybody is the same when it comes to having true self-awareness for themselves. And I say that respectfully. So be careful when judging a book by its cover, because not everybody is a criminal, let alone not everybody is manipulative. Not everybody is a liar. Not everybody has controlling issues. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. All money ain't good money. It's not. All money is not good money. And you should supposed to feel safe when someone comes out and they're supposed to come to protect and serve. You're supposed to feel safe knowing that you're letting someone into your household or letting someone into your space, regardless where you're at. Letting someone into your space and be able to exchange words without them bringing harm towards you. And you know how to respect somebody, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless of their culture, their religion, their sexual orientation, or their disability, or their age. And I say that respectfully. Everybody is not a criminal. They're not. And it's sad and disturbing how so many people lost their lives, of innocent people being incarcerated, innocent people just being bystanders, innocent people just minding their business, and they became victims of society. And their story needs to be told. And not only their story needs to be told, but justice needs to be served. And I say that respectfully. Discrimination is real. And I say that respectfully. If you don't feel safe when an officer approaches you, you get on that phone and call 9910. And you let them know, I do not feel safe with your officers approaching me. It's okay. So now, not only that, someone can't lie and say, oh, well, I did my job. No, I acknowledge that, listen, I respect you for coming out helping with services, but I'm on the phone with your supervisor or operation or whatever the case may be. Can you give me a second? You explain to how you feel. And they send somebody out. As long as you know you protecting yourself, it's so crazy we got to do this. But it's the truth. It's the truth. To protect you. Because what happens is untold stories go about. Untold stories go about. So if you don't feel comfortable with someone approaching you, you pick up the phone and call back and let them know that you don't feel safe. And they may give you a problem. How you don't feel safe if our officers coming out to you? As long as you documented it, and that's all that matters. It's a thought process. I mean, this type of stuff, it's so unhealthy. It really is unhealthy. Innocent people need justice. Crimes happen every single day, and it's so it's so unhealthy. It is. And our leader, they want us to destroy ourselves. Our leader don't want us to uplift ourselves, because if our leader did, a lot of the crimes that's transpiring within our communities, it wouldn't be going down. It wouldn't. That's why I say all money ain't good money. That's all it's about, is money. You got innocent babies going to a schoolhouse. There should be no reason why innocent babies should be psyched out their freedom of the hands of someone that doesn't have self-control. And then the first thing y'all saying that, oh, this person had anxiety problems, they had PTSD, they had this, they had that. They was on meds. They didn't take their meds today. But then when it's a certain when they want to break it down and divide cultures, they want to blame this culture for that. They want to blame that culture for this. So they so dysfunctional. They don't know how to have self control. And also in the third, like it's so dysfunctional. It's so unhealthy. A real leader steps up, and a real leader fulfills their shoes every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a real leader. A real leader does not have malicious intentions. A real leader does not bring harm towards innocent people. And healing trauma and pain will never be an overnight process. Never, 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 never. It will never, never. Healing trauma and pain will never be an overnight process. And I say that respectfully. From a child point of view, going into your adulthood, and all the obstacles that came with it, being an adult, dealing with violence, dealing with hate crime, dealing with discrimination, dealing with sickness. You put a name to your book. It's the thought process to me. We are all not the same, but it's called respect, neighbor. Stay in your lane. This is so unhealthy. It shouldn't have to wait until it's your household, until it's your loved one, to understand self-control, or let alone respect. Yeah, everybody's not meant to be part of your journey, but it's called respect. I don't have to like you. I don't have to agree with you got going on, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, with no malicious intentions. It's a thought process to me. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. It's the thought process to me. Stop the violence. Come on now. Being a hating disguise, you want someone not to elevate faster than you. At the end of the day, when they was never in competition, stay in your lane, neighbor, 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 stay in your lane, neighbor, neighbor, stay in your lane. Stop putting yourself in competition with somebody when it comes to healing trauma and pain. Especially when someone wasn't mentally unstable. To go back and forth with you with words, let alone they even acknowledge you. They knew how to stay in their lane. They had self-control, self-respect for themselves. They had self-awareness for themselves. And you try to discourage them. You try to kick them down to destroy their character. Only to realize you fell short when it came to common sense wasn't existent. Your mask fell off. Now you mentally got to go within because to see that you're truly mentally unstable, out here bothering innocent people to play victim at the end of the day, it really be the thought process to me. Everybody swear they so real until the mask fall off. It be the thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people that's truly for you. You are genuinely respected by all the right people that's truly for you. And you deserve to be treated with respect. 365 days with no malicious intention to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. Protect your energy because not everybody's meant to be part of your journey, and that's okay, and it's not a crime to have self-love for yourself. And I say that respectfully. Never allow a hating disguise or personal malicious intentions like your thought process, your feeling, your pockets, or your eyes because they ain't got good intentions. It's a thought process to me. The good God is not for sale. God is not for sale. And God is not manipulation. And I say that respectfully. And being a real leader is not manipulation. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. And that's okay. And it's not a crime to be your authentic self. And I say that respectfully. Your life matters and you are worthy. I truly hope one day you find peace within your lane one day, neighbor. And allow you to become your best self version of yourself because you matter and you are worthy. You thought the norm of the norm was dealing with toxic people and it was never the norm. It only made you mentally destroyed. It only made you mentally dysfunctional. And then it destroyed you mentally. And all you wanted was authentic, genuine, real people around you. You had wounds that was installed within you from a child point of view and it went into your adulthood when it came to trauma and pain that made you mentally dysfunctional. And all you wanted to do was find yourself to find peace within. And you didn't allow excuses to hold you back. You understood balance. You understood communication. You understood that way. I can't allow myself to become what I've been in my past. I want to self-reflect, to become my best self-vision of myself, to understand the best self-vision of myself, that I am worthy. I never was able to see myself, to love myself correctly, but I acknowledge myself today. I wasn't able to see, to find peace within, but I acknowledge myself today. I recognize that I am worthy. I'm worthy of change and growth. I am worthy of showing up for me. I am worthy when they overlooked me. I am worthy when they judged the book by its cover. I still chose me. Never dim your light because someone doesn't see your worth. And I say that respectfully. It would never be an overnight process, healing trauma and pain. My content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. It's unhealthy to be a hating disguise. It's called respect, neighbor. Stay in your lane. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. The thought process of me. Oh, yeah. Being a copycat is so unhealthy. Being somebody that you're truly not, you're going to fall short when it comes to common sense, because the mask going to fall off and only to realize you're truly mentally unstable, being somebody that you truly can't be. It be the thought processing. Be your authentic self, to how God created you to be. Find your own identity. Love yourself. Mentally go within. Stop trying to destroy somebody's character, lie on their name at the end of the day. Like I said, the good God sees everything. I don't worship the devil. Believe innocent people alone. It's a thought process for me. You can't be somebody that you're truly not. And that's a copycat, because it's not your authentic self. I said what I said. It's a thought process for me. I gotta go. I need a nap. I say bridge down to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe week. Have a safe month. Have a safe year. Protect your energy. Not everybody's meant to be part of your journey, and that's okay. Have a good day.